Have I got some bars moving? I've got some bars moving. Hello, everyone on TikTok. My name's Travis, and tonight I'll be taking us through Vinyasa Yoga practice here in my studio in Mittagong in New South Wales. So, namaste, welcome, thanks for joining me, and let's get ourselves ready by coming onto our mat and finding our way into a comfortable seat. Upon arrival, cross your legs, find yourself in a comfortable position, and then allow yourself an opportunity to roll the shoulders up into your ears and then soften them down and away. And take a few deep breaths in through the nose. And perhaps it'll feel nice to sigh it out the mouth. In through the nose, big breath. So I'm going to make tonight's class a combination of some Kundalini practices as well as a more classic Vinyasa style. So we're really beginning to shift that energy, beginning to create the fire and the heat and allow that to transform the negative into the positive. So with this position here in a comfortable seat, take a few breaths here to scan the body from the fabric of your skin through the contours of your muscles and into the web of your nerves. I'll encourage you here to recognize areas of opposing sentiment and see if with those opposing areas that throughout our practice tonight, we find an opportunity to harmonize them. There's always going to be areas of effort, discomfort, challenge. And when we make a moment to explore, we will always recognize that there is areas of fluidity and freedom and flow. So take a moment more here just to encourage that harmonization, that current of fluidity, of freedom. And on your next inhale, take the hands up and overhead to the sky, reach long, and then come through your heart center on the exhale breath. Let's begin our practice with an Om. Inhale through the nose. Have a lovely practice together, everybody. Rub your palms together and ignite your inner fire. Create the heat and the warmth from the friction as the palms rub together. And then place the hands over the eyes and absorb the nourishment of that warmth. Peel the hands away as you open the eyes. Sweep the hands up and overhead, inhale, and twist around to the left, right hand, left knee. Use the hand on the knee to help rotate the chest and torso a little more. Coming back to your center for another sweep, inhale up to sky, exhale back around to that same side, left hand behind you, right hand on the knee, and using that leverage to help twist and corkscrew through the spine. As you come back to center, extend your right arm directly out in front of you. Point it towards me and exaggerate the lift of the left arm so you cross at the elbows. Hold the shoulders, option one, or bind up the forearms. Lift the elbows on an inhale and draw the elbows towards the groin on the exhale breath. So moving through the spine, inhale, lift. Forearms up, elbows lift, exhale, dome through the back, chin to chest, round the back body. Inhale, lift. And exhale, draw it all into center. Release the hands, place them behind you, lean back, recross the legs in your opposite combination. Inhale, reach up to the sky, and then exhale, we twist around to the right hand behind you, left hand on the knee. Come back to your center to re-extend on the inhale, and we'll twist back around on the exhale breath to the right. Bring the left arm forward, point it forward, and exaggerate the lift of the right arm over. Cross at the elbows, hold the shoulders, option one. Bind the forearms, lift the elbows. Inhale, everybody wants to lift up. And on the exhale, we dome through the back, the chin draws to chest, and we press the heart and lungs into the ribs behind us. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, draw it all in. Inhale, up to the sky. And exhale, draw it all in. Nice work. Uncross, unravel, and bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers and elbows are wide. Take this Hari Hari technique here of our Kundalini yoga practice by twisting to the right and inhaling through your nose and exhaling to the left with an O shape in your mouth. So inhale right, exhale left. I beg your pardon. This is Ida Pingala. So inhale right, exhale left. Off you go. Keep going. Ida and Pingala are two of the best known currents, and the serpent energy rising along the spine as the expression of the Kundalini energy of Shakti. So we know Sushumna is our center line, and twisting side to side here gets a navel grind included with the breath work. Twist to the left and pause. Inhale through the left side. Exhale, twist to the right. Come through your center and pause. You might get a little dizzy there. You might notice how the breath work allows you to move into a space that allows a little bit of movement in the direction of more. Cactus your arms, elbows are shoulder height. Inhale to the right, and you recite the mantra Shiva. To the left, Shakti. Shiva, Shakti, 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 Shiva. Keep going. The expression here is to allow the mantra to disappear into the auric field and allow yourself to shift side to side, almost like you don't know where you are, what time it is, how long we've been doing this for. Shiva, Shakti, 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 Shiva. Come through your center, lower your hands down, and just take a moment to integrate. Feel how the warmth of the torso is empowered from that navel center area, the Manipura chakra, solar plexus. Allow that upward lift of current to blink open the eyes, shift yourself onto your tabletop position, all fours. Upon arrival, give yourself a few rounds of cow and cat. So inhale, tilt the tailbone up, open the throat, look up. Exhale, dome through the back, press away from the earth, cat the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep going through this a few cycles now as you allow the fluidity of your spine to begin to shift some of the blockages, flush out those sticky areas, and welcome in the harmonizing current of abundance, of freedom, and fluidity. A few more cycles of breath here, moving from the pelvic bowl, anterior, posterior tilting, tuning into the mat under the hands and the tops of the feet. And perhaps this starts to turn into something playful and creative, a shape that's just exploration for yourself, moving into those areas of stickiness, For some of you, it might be the morning. For others, it might be the evening. And it's going to feel different for each of us. So that's allowing you the space to just explore. And as you come back and find your way into your tabletop position, this is a beautiful exercise for those of us that type too much on a computer all day. So as you find your all fours, you lift your thumbs first. And for some of you, that might be enough. Or perhaps you start to lift onto the four fingers of each hand. And there you might just stay there and say, I'm stretching my forearms, my wrists, and I feel those knuckles pressing down. But if you have a little bit more space, you can lift and lower the palms for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. And then lower the palms and the thumbs down and move from side to side across your upper body and back. Nice. Let's set up that down dog. So we felt that row of knuckles because we just warmed them up. From your all fours, place your hands a full handprint further away from you down the mat. Tuck the toes, send the hips back towards the heels. And then as you lift the hips up, press the chest and thighs towards your thighs. Look back at your big toes as you pedal the feet and move into the legs. You want to feel that row of knuckles pressing down. You want to feel neutral wrist, engagement in the shoulders, toned in the abdominals, and lifted through the hips. Don't worry if you need to bend your knees with high heels at this stage in your practice. It's perfectly fine. Feel more engagement in this arm balance through the palms, up to the shoulders, and up to the hips. Bent knees, high heels, totally fine. 2 more breaths. Opportunity now to walk super slowly forward to the top of your mat. Feet meet your hands. No need to rush. Feel every step. Bend the knees, catch your elbows, bow forward. Let the torso hang off the hips. The head whole is heavy. Back of the neck is long. The inhale lets you dangle the arms to the earth as you roll up, vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone. You arrive in Tadasana, the mountain pose. Press into the soles of your feet. Lengthen the arms along the side body. Tune into the space between the thighs and hug in towards it. Take a deep breath here. Stand tall in your mountain, stable and strong. Big toes come to touch, hands come to heart center, chin to chest. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice, to tune into the subtle body and the rhythm and movement of the energy inside of you. And then on your next inhale, let's take the hands up high and wide to the sky. And on your exhale breath, let's have a lovely flow as we fold towards the earth, hinging at the hips. Halfway lift and lengthen, inhale. Plant the hands and step back to high plank, exhale breath. Long and strong in the plank, pressing away from the earth. Draw the belly button in. Lift the heart and lungs in your rib cage. Look forward and away. Nothing underneath you here. You can do this. We've got 3 more breaths. You feel the abdominals drawing in and up. You feel the knuckles pressing down and gravity bearing upon you, and you lower the knees softly to the mat. Cross your ankles behind you, draw the heels to the buttocks, lengthen forward and set up some tricep push-ups to prepare for Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower halfway down, exhale. Press back up on the inhale. Lower halfway down, exhale. Press back up on the inhale. Lower halfway down, exhale. Untuck the toes, step them to the back of the mat, lower the chest and the chin, and then slither onto your tummies for Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Roll the shoulders back and down, point the elbows back. Come back onto tabletop position, all fours, and then lift the hips to the sky. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Maybe there's a little bit more length in those legs now. Maybe you can feel the hamstrings giving away their tension and allowing some space. Right leg lift to the sky. Inhale, breath. Right foot steps forward to the right thumb. Exhale. Lower the left knee down, untuck the left toes, sweep the hands up. Inhale, reach up, tone in the abdominals, grounded in the front heel. Lower the hands down, step the back foot forward to the top of your mat. Halfway lift on arrival, inhale and fold, exhale. Up to the sky, inhale, heart center, exhale, breath. Inhale, sky, reach up, rise up together. Exhale, return to the earth. Halfway lift and lengthen, inhale, right foot back, right knee lowers, exhale, breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reach to the sky. Exhale, frame the front foot and step back to high plank. The knees, chest, and chin lower on that same breath. And then we slither forward to Bhujangasana. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, hips to heels, lift the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Left leg lift on the inhale and left foot steps forward. Exhale, breath. Lower right knee down, untuck right toes, reach up, rise up. Inhale. Frame the front foot, exhale, step forward with the back foot. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Sky, inhale. Heart center, exhale, breath. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, return to the earth. Halfway lift, inhale. Left foot back, left knee lowers, exhale, breath. Untuck, reach up, rise up, sweep up. Lower the hands down, frame front foot, step back to high plank. Knees lower, chest and chin lowers. Slither forward, cobra, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips to sky, chest to thighs. 2 deep breaths here. Maybe there's some space now for the heels to lower towards the mat as the calf muscles start to give away some of their tension. The backs of the knees allow space. The knuckles feel grounded and the fingers are wide. Shift forward to your plank position, lower to the knees. Ankles touch, sit back on the heels. Sweep the hands back behind you, interlace the fingers, lengthen the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades. Bend the elbows, clasp hands onto your left hip, squeeze the elbows into center. Look forward, shift forward and step right foot forward, lunge position. Re-extend the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, release the hands, right hand to left knee, left hip, left hand up to the sky. Stay here for 2 cycles of breath. Draw the belly button in, lift the fingers up, press the back body into the forearm behind you and the forearm into the back body behind you. So pressing in and away. Reach both hands up to the sky, inhale, and then bend the elbows, bring the thumbs to the back of your head and squeeze the elbows into your peripheral vision. Sweep the hands up, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, right hand peels, open twist, inhale. Lower the right hand down, pyramid pose. High on the ball of the back foot, long in the front leg, chin drawn to chest. 3 breaths. Bend into the front knee, step forward to the top of your mat, halfway lift, inhale, fold on the exhale, up to the sky, inhale, and then come back through your heart center, exhale, breath. Take a moment, take a breath. Just setting up the microphone for the live stream on YouTube. This massive thing in my pocket drives me crazy. Anyway, coming back to center, and let's redo all that on the other side. So inhale up to the sky. Exhale, return to the earth. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back to high plank. Exhale, breath. High plank to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, inhale, upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Ripple forward into your high plank. Lower the knees, sit back on the heels. Pause for a moment, hands on the thighs, take a breath. Sweep the hands back, find a different and orientation of the hands as they hold each other behind you. Bend the elbows, clasp hands to your right hip. Squeeze the elbows into center. Look forward, shift forward to your knees, and step left foot forward into your lunge position. Pausing, breathing, grounding, feeling that front heel press down and the top of the back foot down into the mat. Reach the arms back with the hands still clasped, and then let the hands go. Left hand onto your right hip, right hand up to the ceiling. Reach, draw in, press down to rise up. Both hands overhead, palms touch. Bend the elbows, thumbs to the back of your head. Squeeze elbows into peripheral vision. Look up, reach up through the elbows. Reach the hands down, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and start to lengthen, shift, and find that pyramid shape here. Bend into the front knee and step the back foot forward. Halfway lift and lengthen. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Sky on the inhale. Heart center on the exhale. Nice work. Let's do all that on another cycle. Inhale up to sky. And then chair pose. Sit down into that seat. Ground into the heels. Reach the arms overhead. Look forward at a dot on the horizon. Feel into the heat of the seat, the imaginary chair. 3, 2, and then lower the hands down. Exhale. Halfway lift and lengthen. Inhale. Plant the hands. Step back to high plank. Exhale. Breath. High to low. Up dog. Inhale. And then downward facing dog. Exhale. Breath. Lift the right leg, inhale breath, and then yawn the hip open, heel to opposite buttock, square the shoulders, firm on the mat with the hands, fingers spread wide, point the toes of the lifted foot and start to find some circles, some movement. And then right knee to right elbow, tap, inhale, lift. Right knee to left elbow, tap, inhale, lift. Knee to nose, exhale, step through. Arrow on the inhale. Extended arrow, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Flip it in reverse, inhale. Windmill hands down, frame front foot. Right hand peels, open twist, inhale. Lower right hands, right foot back, high plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. Let's do that left side. So left leg lift, inhale. Yawn the hip open. Get some movement. Get funky. And then left leg to sky. Inhale. Left knee to left elbow. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. Heel to butt, knee to nose, step through. Arrowhead. Inhale, reach back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Extended, hook, lengthen, reach, pull apart. Rise up, reach up, crescent. Warrior 2, open up. Flip it in reverse. Inhale, windmill hands down, frame front foot. Right hand earth, left hand sky. Lower left hand down, step back, high plank, low plank. Up dog, downward facing dog. Walk forward or hop forward, chair pose, sit down into that seat. Squeeze everything into center. Remember how we activated Ida and Pingala. Think of them corkscrewing along the Shushumna channel here. As everything comes to center, the focus is on the horizon. 2 and 1. Fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Plant the hands, step back, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg lift, inhale, yawn the hip open, and if you know how to flip your dog and land, reach and extend overhead. Lower right hand down, right leg to sky. Inhale. Knee to right elbow. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Knee to nose. Right foot through. Arrow on the inhale. Extended on the exhale. Crescent on the inhale. Warrior 2 on the exhale. Flip it in reverse. Inhale. Frame the front foot. Exhale. Inhale, right hand up. Roll onto pinky toe edges. Reach back. Right hand earth, right foot back. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Nice work. How about we do that left side? Lift that leg. Yawn the hip. Lightly land the flip dog. Reach overhead. Lower left hand. Left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. Left foot to left thumb. Step through. Arrow. Inhale. Extended. Exhale. Crescent. Rise up. Inhale. Warrior 2. Exhale. Flip it in reverse. Inhale. Windmill hands down. Frame front foot. Right hand earth. Right hand peels open. Pinky toe edges. Look back. Reach back. Left hand earth. Left foot back. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Well done. Take a few breaths. Tuning into the subtle body, the flow of energy. Feel the knuckles grounded. Feel the shoulders engaged. Recognize those opposing sentiments that we highlighted at the start of class and see now whether there's a little bit of harmonization. A bit more freedom. Right leg will lift, inhale. Right foot to right thumb, exhale. Micro bend back knee, rising up into our crescent lunge. Deep into that front knee, grounded into that front heel. Long and strong in that back leg. Focus on the horizon forward. Heart center the hands. Tilt the torso forward, inhale. And then twist to the right, exhale, breath. Use the left elbow as leverage to rotate the chest and twist a little deeper. Up to the sky on the inhale is your crescent lunge again. And this time, Warrior 2 allows us a little bit more time. Front foot 12, back foot parallel, short edge of mat. Hands on the hips to ground. Fingers spread, arms long, shoulders soften. Focus over middle finger, front hand. For 3. For 2. Flip it on the right hand to sky. Inhale. And then land an extended side angle. Right elbow on your thigh. Left arm overhead. Reach long. Ground into that front foot. Top arm is active. Bottom hand is not passive. It's engaged. Fingers are spread wide. Left hand onto your left hip. Look for your prop. If you've got a block, place it forward and to the right of you. Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon. Press into your right foot. Press the right hand into your block. Drive the left heel away from you. Curl the toes to your face. Rotate the chest as you lift the left hand up to the ceiling. Expand yourself into the 4 beautiful currents of north, south, east, and west. Open up those gates. Feel lightness, but activity. Feel effort, but ease. Step back into your Warrior 2. Flip it in reverse, but this time you'll lengthen your front leg. Reach the right hand forward, and if you've got your prop there, place the block on the outside of your front foot. Press that block into it, hand into the block as you reach the left hand up. You can look at the hand above you. You can look at the hand below you. You can look at the wall beside you. It's your neck. It's your practice. Sweep the left hand down, bring your right toes with you, take your block with you, shuffle so your feet are long on the mat, go your halfway lift and lengthen, and then take a moment to find that deep fold. Wide leg fold, press into the pinky toe edges. Three luxurious breaths here. Taking that beautiful opportunity to absorb the nourishment and the goodness of your practice. And then bringing your hands under your face with your block, halfway lift here, inhale, bend the knees, toe heel the feet in a little closer, bring your hands onto your thighs, sit down into your goddess, cactus your arms, two-part inhale as you squeeze the shoulder blades back and fist the hands, and then a two-part exhale, shh, shh, as your hands almost come to touch in front of your face. Inhale, exhale. You got to sit down in that goddess seat. You've got to be empowered through the soles of your feet, and you've got to work with the continuation of your breath. Inhale, two parts. Exhale. Hands on the fronts of your thighs. Lengthen the legs and hold for a few breaths. Front foot 12 o'clock pointed forward, back foot parallel, short edge of mat, hands on hips, warrior two, Virabhadrasana, right hand reverse warrior, inhale. Windmill hands down, frame the foot, step back to plank, flush all of that out with your vinyasa, low plank, exhale, upward facing dog, inhale. Roll over the toes, downward facing dog, exhale breath. You can really feel how the energy, the fire. So yoga speaks a lot to the fire element, the philosophies, the expression of transmutation from one to another, dissolution. Yeah, you can feel that heat. So let's take that left leg up to the sky. Inhale, three-leg dog. Left foot, left thumb, exhale. We're ready with our stance to rise up into that crescent position, arms up, reach up. The faster you move, the more likely you will be to find less balance. Hands at heart center, slowly, exhale. Lean forward, inhale, and then twist to the left, exhale, breath. Up into crescent lunge, rise up, reach up, inhale. And then warrior two, exhale breath. You've got this space now. Hands are on the hips. The front foot is 12 o'clock. The back foot is parallel. You feel the pinky toe edge press down. And with the hands at the hips, you think about pressing down to then open up. You flip the front palm, reverse your warrior, inhale. Extended side angle, left elbow lands, right arm reaches overhead. You can feel the angle there. You can feel the length. Right hand on your right hip. Where is your block or your prop? Place it on the left side of your pinky toe. And just for the camera, I'll slide that foot back to give you the space to press into the foot. So you want to press down, hug the muscles around that thigh bone, drive the heel away from you, curl the toes back towards your face. A slight tuck of the chin towards your chest, and then peel the right hand up. Thanks to the camera, I could see that my hand under my shoulder was sort of out of alignment. So creating that shape now through the mirror of the practice. For 3, for 2, And then how smoothly and softly can you step back into warrior two? Flip it in reverse. Inhale. And Udahita Trikonasana. Left hand forward, left hand onto your left shin or the prop, the block. Peel the right hand open. Feel into this dynamic, sacred, geometric shape. Right hand down. Left hand comes with you as your feet shuffle wide on the mat. Halfway lift and lengthen. Inhale. And then we fold on the exhale breath. Hands under your face, halfway lift and lengthen. Inhale. Toe heel the feet in a little closer this time, sitting into that seat we know as goddess. So you want to be nice and deep, right? And from goddess, we cactus the arms and sit down into that seat and hold for a few cycles of breath. Tuning into the heat, tuning into that fire element. Extend the legs, sweep the arms out in front of you, lower them down towards the earth as you hinge forward. One part, inhale, fist the hands, bend the elbows, bend the knees. Second part for the full breath is the inhale up to the ceiling. And then the exhale is shh. And then second exhale, shh. So it goes shh, 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 shh. Hands on the fronts of your thighs. Just integrate that experience. Integrate the movement, the coordination, and the breath. Hands on the hips, back foot parallel, short edge of mat, left foot forward, lunge into your warrior two, flip it in reverse, windmill the hands down, frame the front foot, step back to high plank, low plank, up dog, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Extended child's pose, lower the knees down, sit the hips back towards the heels. Feel into the currents. Feel into the flow. Lift the head, look forward. Shift forward. Tabletop. Right hand lift, inhale, reach up. Sweep it in and under to the left, lower right ear, right shoulder down, and slide the left hand forward to the front of the room. Press into that left hand, roll a little more weight onto the right side of the head and the right shoulder. Left hand back in front of your face, press down, right hand peels to ceiling, inhale. Lower right hand down, exhale. Peel left hand up to ceiling, inhale. And then sweep left arm in and under to the right, lower left ear down. Right hand slides forward, press into that hand. Roll a little more weight onto the left side of the head, the shoulder. Look to the right. Return the right hand back in front of your face. Left hand peels up to ceiling. Inhale, reach up. Lower left hand down. Big toes to the very back of your mat now. Look forward. Walk your hands forward. And lower the chest down for your melting heart puppy pose. Lift your chest, look forward, come onto the elbows, lower the forearms down and lie down on the tummy. Peek over your right shoulder, look to the right, come through your center, peek over the left shoulder, look to your left. Slide the hands so they're under your shoulders, lift the elbows and continue that, but lift the corresponding leg. So as you inhale, look over right shoulder, you lift right leg. Exhale through center, inhale, peek over left shoulder, lift left leg. Exhale through center, inhale, right leg, right peak. Exhale, center, left. Coming back through your center, coming up into your tabletop position, sitting back on the heels and then swinging the legs around to the front of the room, sliding your butt along the mat, lowering down your back. Walk the feet in as close as you can towards your fingers and tickle for the heels if you can. Pardon me. Press the low back down and then scoop the tailbone up and lift the pelvis up into your bridge pose, set to Bandhasana. Press through the inner heel and the big toe. Lift. Roll down the spine, vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone. Hug the right knee in and give it a beautiful big squeeze, and take the arm on the inside of the right foot and hold the pinky toe edge of the foot. Press the foot into the ceiling. Half happy baby. Cross the right ankle onto your left thigh. Beg your pardon. Lower the right foot down. Lift the left ankle onto your right thigh and find your figure four here by cactusing the arms and letting the back of the body rest down onto the mat. Curl the toes back towards your face. Tuck the chin towards your chest. And then lift the right knee towards you and see if you can hold the shin or the back of the thigh and draw it in towards you. Often people lift their head and they get really tense here. Can you lower the head back down, neutral the neck, and look up at your ceiling? It's a frightening sight up in my ceiling here. This is a rental property, and this has been, I don't know whether it's the kitchenette area or something they used to use it for, but I'm going to have to get up there and clean a few ceiling tiles. Holding here, drawing that leg combination in as much as you need to tune into the sensation that serves you here. And then no change to the legs. You simply let go of them with the hands. Right hand holds the left ankle and you tip everything over to the right. And then that hand, as it holds the ankle, helps texturize the outer hip and thigh of the left leg. Such a juicy stretch. Deep. And then as you come back to your figure four shape, just let yourself return. Now you cross the left leg over the right as though you're underneath a table with your legs. Draw the knees in, give yourself a hug. Reach the hands for the pinky toe edges of the feet and press the feet down. Draw the feet down, I beg your pardon, as they press back up to the ceiling. Elbows are wide, biceps are engaged. Shoelace is deep. It's sensational. It targets those parts of the body which get so tight. I need this stretch today. Reach for the left knee and draw it in towards you and place the right foot down on your mat. Reach the left arm inside your left leg and hold pinky toe edge of your foot. Press the foot up, curl the toes back towards your face. Oh, that is such a deep stretch. So good for all of that outer thigh area. Lower left foot down, lift right ankle onto left thigh, and set up your figure four first. Just let all that happen. And then reach for the left shin, the left thigh, and draw it in. And then as you let that go, figure four returns first, and then the left hand reaches for the right ankle and you tip it over to the left. Figure four returns, right leg slides deeper over the left, and you reach for the pinky toe edges of the foot. As the feet go wide, you draw them down to press it all back up. It's like a push-pull. Intense. So good though. Uncross, unravel, squeeze, give yourself a cuddle and a hug. And then let your legs lengthen out. Let your arms rest out beside you. And close down your eyes. I would encourage all of my students to stay longer in their Shavasana, but a dude on camera appearing to sleep, I'm not sure is the thing that attracts people. So I will just stay here and integrate and absorb all of the wonderful goodness of my practice tonight for a few more moments. Now extend your legs nice and long. Reach the arms overhead. Inhale. Roll onto your favorite hip in a fetal position. Hug the knees in, round the spine. Ground yourself for a few moments. Thank yourself for showing up for your practice. Thank yourself for sharing your energy with others. And then slowly start to make your way up into your version of a comfortable seat. And once you've found that comfortable seat, place your hands on your knees, close down your eyes. And take a scan of your body. About 50 minutes ago, we did this. I encouraged you to locate those areas of opposing sentiment. And to do so with a compassionate heart space. An opportunity to recognize that there's always going to be areas of difficulty. There's always going to be moments of difficulty in our lives, in our bodies. But with a patient mindset, we can always identify areas that feel really smooth, less rigid. And we encourage those areas to harmonize, to unify in a flow that allows us to move forward in the direction of more. Bring your hands to your heart space and draw your chin towards your chest. I really appreciate you for spending your time with me. Thank you very much for sharing your energy, and it's a wonderful way to connect. Who knows where any of you are in the world, and maybe you don't even know where I am. But that's okay, because the yoga tradition reminds us that all we have is right now. Thank yourself, thank each other. Thumbs to your third eye. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Greet this beautiful version of yourself and the remainder of your day, your evening, your night, your morning, whatever it might be, with the Hindi word namaste. Thanks everybody for your practice. No idea if anybody actually turned up yoga with me or not. I don't think yoga is a verb, but doesn't matter. Thanks. I'll see you again soon and catch you around. Bye for now. 53 minutes. That's not too bad.